Hi, I'm Sam Cribb. I'm 6'7" and I have rheumatoid arthritis, aka silly bones. I know nothing about law, the legal system, or the government, and I'm haunted by the disappearance of my ex-wife 10 years ago. A conspiracy I'm sure goes all the way to the top. So come with me as we figure out the answers to this and more. If you've been following the news recently, you may have heard about this global pandemic. And for once, WA's doing pretty good. Thanks, meth. One of the key things that's helped keep the virus out of WA is our state's hard border. Just like my butt, nothing gets in or out. However, that may change. Mining billionaire Clive Palmer, a man who looks like a face you might see in someone's knee, is challenging WA's lockdown in the High Court. He's doing this because his entry into the state was denied. It was denied because his pilot accidentally filled out the form wrong, saying Palmer was his wife. Which I'm sure was just a mistake, and not like Clive Palmer's belt buckle, a pretty fucked up loophole that he regularly exploits.
Please help me.
Why does Clive Palmer even want to come here in the first place? We don't know. All we can do is speculate. So why don't we? Maybe he's broke and is coming over here to tub surf, which is like couch surfing but for dugongs. Maybe he's got a crush on me. Maybe he wants to take a super poop in the super pit. Because he wasn't let in, he's gone over WA's own court to the federal court to challenge the hard border at a constitutional level, so he can get back to his favourite hobby of chasing after Indiana Jones at the start of Raiders of the Lost Ark. But what is the Constitution? If we take the meanings of constipation and resolution, archaeologists think it might mean a bunch of rules made up by some cunts. Clive Palmer's trying to challenge Section 92 of the Constitution, which states commerce and intercourse between the states should be completely free. It's crazy that our founding stepdads included the word intercourse in there, as if they knew Clive Palmer was gonna try and fuck us. Luckily, cool stepdad Mark McGowan has some protection for us. McGowan, chicka wow wow. The Commonwealth government originally supported Clive Palmer's arguments by providing him with expert witnesses who said we don't need a hard border. Witnesses like the Attorney General. There is no basis upon which the court could find that any outbreak of COVID-19 will or is even likely to lead to severe consequences. Me. But then the Commonwealth withdrew their support, as if they're scared by a bunch of angry people from Perth. A man I interviewed on the street said, Scott Morrison realised he's a little bitch with a glass jaw. Now, even though they've withdrawn support, they're still preventing the WA government from asking for a retrial with the evidence submitted removed. You can't just get up and leave when something doesn't work out. You have to stay. Try and fix it. We could have fixed it, Sarah. We could have fixed it. Now, just like Clive Palmer trying to navigate a Sizzler buffet 10 minutes before they close, this is where things get tricky. He's suing us for $30 billion over lost income for a rejected mine proposal, and also emotional suffering for that one time when he brought soup to Parliament and he spilled it all over his pants and underpants and it was very hot, and also the soup of the day was flavoured shit, but it wasn't his fault. Sorry, did that joke cross the border? I met with local lawyer Marche to help break down this turd. Turns out, unlike most lawyers, he's pretty cool.
So Clive Palmer is suing the West Australian government on three fronts. The first is over the hard border that WA's erected preventing interstate travel. The second's over his rights to a Balmoral iron ore mine. And the third is a defamation lawsuit against Mark McGowan for calling him the enemy of the state of Western Australia.
What's the likelihood he could win this case?
We're in a state of flux right now in terms of that case, but the situation with COVID-19 is going to impact it in some way because the court will have to weigh the public policy interest. What would occur if the state was ripped away of that kind of money?
Does WA even have $30 billion?
It's unlikely the court will award $30 billion in total to Clive Palmer. Often what litigators do is overshoot the amount so that they get a little bit less, but still quite a significant amount. But essentially, West Australia is not in a position to be forking out that kind of money right now, not in the midst of a pandemic.
Could I sue the government for $30 billion?
No, you don't have that kind of money.
Could I sue you for $30 billion? Is Clive Palmer vaccinated?
I don't know, I can't.
Because my dad told me that vaccines cause autism, and that's why he gave me lots of them.
I see, well, I see that's probably worked out for you. That's good.
I guess just one final question. Have you seen this woman? I need that photo back. You've seen it what I have.
No.
Damn. It's great. Well, I think we've got everything we need. Thanks for that. Even if Clive wins his case, the state government can still impose a border in line with the High Court's decision. Here are some of those restrictions I think might work. Covering WA in celery, so Clive doesn't want to come here. Turning off all the lights and pretending like we're not home. Or a wealth tax so that no one individual can ever leverage enough money to threaten the safety of millions. Hopefully we'll never find out, but if 2020 has taught us one thing, it's that if we wish hard enough, the wealthy elite will just kill themselves. I think I'm Sam Cribb, and Sarah, if you're out there, please come back. Please.